Hey guys, what's up? It's Sonia and Sandra back for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. What's up? How you doing? So we are again in the month of November and we're rounding out the month with this theme of zombies. All right, we're in the zombie theme and it's the last week of November. So the movie that we're watching, I would call it vintage. We're
Yeah.
movie today. It's called Hell of the Living Dead. And this movie came out in 1980. And this is the premise. After an experiment gone wrong, a virus that turns people into zombies spreads throughout New Guinea. A female reporter and her cameraman and a team of four commandos sent to investigate try to survive the onslaught. All right. As always, we're going to start off with our first time reactions of the movie, and we'll go on the count of three. One, two, three. Okay. So, so this movie, like I said, came out in 1980. It's a foreign movie, foreign Italian film,
Mhm.
and it's very much set in the time of like the Dario Argentos
Yeah.
and the Bava films. So it's that type of setting, that type of style.
Yeah.
Okay. It can be very, hmm, very young. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the right word. Where it's not very modern. It's a very
Well, no. Yeah.
uh, new.
It's like one of those zombie movies where when everybody was trying to do a zombie movie and
Yeah.
it kind of like copied off of like the more popular ones
In
a little
Europe,
bit.
though, in Europe, it's
Right.
totally different than because it's not like the George Romero ones, right?
No,
It's
but
totally different.
you can tell that they tried to take stuff from there, copy some
Yeah.
elements from that. I guess a lot of these directors and stuff did that because those
Yeah.
movies were so popular. So,
Yeah. So
but
it's
so
very
I have to say that the beginning sequence had me cracking up. I was like, is this like supposed to be a comedy? Because that scene in
like
that
the power
the
plant
power
kind of.
plant place that something went wrong and they went to like investigate and then they found that big rat. Oh, it's it was the dead rat. They were holding it by the tail. They said, "Oh, it how did it get into this secure area and whatever?" And then I was just watching. I said, "That you better drop
Right,
that
it's
rat."
gonna come alive. And I
Uh,
sort of thought the same
And it
thing.
went anyway, and it came and went back on. And then those guys had these like protective, like hazard suits on. But it's like that's not very protective because that rat got right in there. It didn't even make a hole
It
in it.
didn't, right.
It just like went into like either the
It
the
was like
jacket
it was
part
like
of it.
they had like a suit and then the helmet type part that had a long kind of cape thing to it, but it wasn't secure to the suit. So
Right,
basically, if you put a hand through it, you could
right,
touch the face.
right.
It wasn't
But the
very
but the
protected.
but the rat went up in like the jacket part because at first you can see it kind of climbing up and then
Yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see it in the face and then in the helmet you see like blood coming out like it was like biting him and stuff. I was like, this is hilarious. I thought it was I was like so funny. And then the whatever exploded in there and like the smoke was coming on, then you can kind of tell like, okay, so this is what's kind of like this gas or whatever is gonna turn these people into zombies. The guys that were working there eventually started coming out. And then after that, like all hell broke loose. Um,
When the gas was coming out,
yeah,
in my mind, because it was kind of slow and they showed it, it was like greenish kind of gas. And in my
yeah,
mind, I was singing or humming the Return of the Living Dead
yeah. It was like,
when when they the first the gas comes out of the crematorium and it's
yeah,
going on
right.
the
I was thinking
cemetery
the
and
same
that
thing.
music. Dun.
Yeah.
That was in my head. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, that was in my head.
I thought the same thing. It was, yeah, that's what it was like very, I mean, obviously Return of the Living Dead came out years after that, but it was kind of like the same thing with that dark, like greenish gray smoke. And so whatever. I thought that part was it was funny, but it was like so dumb. Like, come on. And the beginning part and most of the movie, like the
Yeah,
the people weren't really trying to run away from them.
I know.
They kept getting closer and closer in different scenes. I'm like, why are you so close to them? You already seen them like these type of
Attack
people
other
eat,
people.
attack
And
people and bite people and eat people, and then they keep going close to them. Yeah, they were moving slow and
I
but why are
know.
you walking towards them? And then there was a lot of times when they were standing there and you could see the zombies coming from all different areas, coming to them. And they just stood there until like basically they were right here. At one point, the woman in the movie, it was just one zombie coming up to her. And she was in this room and it came up to her. And as soon as it got here, she's like, come on, man. Like they all of them should have died within half hour of this movie.
Yeah.
They all should have been done within half hour. The
Yeah.
way they were like just
But
kind of nonchalantly walking around them.
yes. But I'll just say this. I agree with what you're saying,
Hmm.
but this is a Italian movie from 1980.
Yeah,
It's it's expected, I want to say, to a degree
yeah,
that
yeah. I
that's the
mean,
way these films are gonna go. So
yeah, I see that.
I didn't really take off points for that. I also thought it was kind of my general consensus was that the movie was stale. There were definitely like moments that I liked that I thought were cool and interesting, I guess. So I didn't completely give it the thumbs down.
Hmm.
But yeah, generally it was stale, kind of just like you said, like why are they doing that? Like you should be running away. They're zombies, they're gonna get you,
Right.
whatever. I kind of felt like they should have had more zombies and not just and not but not just men that looked like they just had dirt on their face walking
Yeah.
like zombies that look like zombies that have blood on their face because they just ate.
There was only there was only a few of them like that. That had like half the face was like melted
Yeah,
kind of.
some that are deformed, some that at the minimum had blood on their face because they just ate someone or something.
Right.
They're coming to get you now.
Right.
Not just these villagers that are walking around,
Right.
because if you just become first of all, if you just become a zombie because you just died for whatever reason, like if you just
Hmm.
died from because of you got sick, like an illness or something, right?
Hmm.
You wouldn't have this, you would just look normal, except,
It for right, you wouldn't be all like dirty and
yeah, like,
not necessarily,
but I
yeah.
thought there could have been some more zombie-ish things
Like
and
realistic.
realistic.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. And yeah, it, again, it was stale. I thought was also funny when one of those commandos, there was a house or some kind of barn or oh, it was a house, a big house, and they went in to look and see what was in there. And there was one of the commanders went in this room, and there was an old lady sitting on a chair,
Yeah.
and he turned her around, and she was dead,
Yeah.
and stuff. And then, but they show her, and you see like she's moving around a little bit, but then they show her face, and she's kind of just like
Yeah.
still. And then they look kind of more, they pan more to like her chest, torso area, and then you see like something's in there. Like
He goes to like touch it and it's
and
like
something's moving around. I was like, oh, there's a rat in there.
that's what I
And,
thought it was gonna be like
or
rats
a bunch
coming
of
out.
rats or something in there. It's like, oh, gross. And then he like does it again, kind of, and then it comes around and a cat comes out. I was like, oh,
A cat that was all clean with no blood on it, by the way.
I was like, oh, a cat. I thought it was like, I swore it was going to be a few rats in there.
So did I.
But I like, damn, the old
And
cat.
then they were still kind of close to that lady. I'm like, this
Yeah, yeah, a
lady
little bit. I said, well,
wake
she's going to
up.
wake up. Obviously, you
Why
saw
are you
old
so
people.
close?
Yeah,
Like get out of the room
yeah.
or you know, but being true to the rest of the movie, they get too close to the zombies. They always say too close to the zombies.
Yeah. And the same thing in the same like um part of the film, one of the other guys goes into another room and he's like kind of playing dress up with stuff
Yeah,
in the
that
house
was
and
weird.
being like silly. And then he's kind of prancing around to another room. And then you start to see like one or two zombies come from one side and then they're coming from all directions.
And
And
then
again,
everywhere.
he's just kind of standing there
He
like
just stood there.
looking around, like scared, but like looking around and stuff. Like you
And then
have,
he didn't start screaming until they bit him.
yeah, and you have a gun.
And he had a gun.
First of all, they're not fast.
They're
They're very
not.
slow. And all you needed probably to do was one of these to get out. And you could have escaped or made an attempt at least. Because, I guess one of them could clip you from the side and then whatever.
Yeah.
But you didn't even try to make an attempt. But again, like you said, the movie has a lot of
That
that.
was like the theme of the movie. They
Yeah, it
they
has a
they
lot
were
of that.
just trying to
So I
be,
don't expect it. But again, I will say it is a 1980 Italian horror movie, zombie movie.
yeah.
So, I can't
Yeah, for the
expect it.
time
You
for
know,
the
we
time that it came out
yeah,
and
and
stuff,
we think of
I
1980.
understand.
We love 1980 zombie movies. I mean,
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
but we can't, and I'm not talking about you and me, I'm just talking about we everyone, right? We can't think that the European movies of that nature are the same as the American ones. They're just not.
Right. Especially from
Um,
that time.
yeah, so I gave it a little flack because of that.
Oh, I did it.
Um, so I
I agree with what you said, but I don't know. This
I'm
movie, I couldn't with this one.
I honestly didn't know which way you were gonna go, but I'm surprised that you gave it a thumbs down.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
Um,
it was they were annoying me, these people.
yeah,
Like,
no,
put a little bit of effort into it. Try to, like, as if they tried everything they could to try to escape, to run away, and they really did get cornered somewhere or
yeah,
something. Okay, like sometimes it's like you can't in certain situations
at
that
the
might
end you
happen,
can't
you can't
escape.
avoid it, whatever. But like they were literally just standing there, dude. Like you said, all you need is a little elbow, and you could have got away. They could have went somewhere, or at the towards the end when they were at that house thing, they could have sealed that place up, or at least in a room,
Yeah,
and they probably could have
yeah.
left it there,
They were just in that house, like all
and
like
then just walking around everywhere,
yeah,
not like you weren't expecting to find
and
anything. Like,
and look, not looking around to see if there was possibly people in there, things in there, like to
no,
secure the space.
they were just looking to get eaten up.
Yeah. They were looking for food and stuff, but it's like,
Well, they became food, so
anyway, yeah, some of them did.
zombie food.
And anyway, so, guys, watch it. It's on Tubi, of course. Hell of the Living Dead. And let us know what you think. If you do watch it, let us know what you
Yeah.
think. And we'll be back with another episode soon. So make sure you stay tuned to our channel, The Horror Flick Chicks. We are here on YouTube. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, The Horror Flick Chicks. Again, I'll say it again, Horror Flick Chicks. And we are also The Horror Flick Chicks on social media. So you can find us on Instagram, excuse me, Facebook and Threads. And we have also a Horror Flick Chicks podcast, if you didn't know, also here on our YouTube channel and on several audio platforms as
Bye.
well. And we have a new episode coming out very soon. So check that out as well. We love doing these movies for you. And stay tuned for the next episode. Can't wait. And until next time, we'll sign out. Sonia and Sandra, peace up in the heart.
Bye.
Bye.